Hi, it's Kathy Morgan with Functional Living Design Group, and we're talking today with Marilyn P. Marilyn did a kitchen with us a couple of years ago. It was a home built in 1989, and everything was original. And I asked her to come in today just to have a little chat with us about her experience. So Marilyn, tell us what the worst things were about the kitchen before we started, your original kitchen.
Oh gosh. So the house, 1989, we'd added on to it. The kitchen was in the center of the house, so it didn't have any outside windows, so it was very dark. It had dark cabinetry. It was like a cave. The lighting was bad, and it was 30 years old. It was dated. It was tired and worn, and I was done.
What was the best part of the project as far as the new kitchen? What are you enjoying the most about your new kitchen?
Okay, different questions. Okay, what I enjoy the most is walking into this room it's bright. I can see what I'm doing. I have places to work, and it's very colorful. So it's a beautiful place. It's a comfortable, beautiful place for me to cook in.
And what are some of the things about the kitchen itself that make it easier for you to cook and work in the kitchen?
Things are a little more spread out. So my original kitchen was like that very 1989 where you have the sink here and the stove is here, and you could literally be washing something and pulling something out of the refrigerator at the same time. The silverware drawer was right in between them. So if I was trying to cook, I owned the kitchen. Nobody else could be in there and do anything. And I really wanted to just sort of push things out a little bit. And it's a huge kitchen, so I had plenty of space to do that. But how to do that was where you guys came in.
Right. I know we changed some of the cabinetry around from the positions where they were before. What is it about the flow of the kitchen now that might work a little better for you? Because your island is different.
The island is big. The island is big, but it's also the focal point in the kitchen. As far as moving around, you're not gonna like this part. It's a little tight. Technically the island is too big, right? I love the island. It's way too big. It's hard to get around it. I'm not telling Ben that. Don't repeat that. But the best part about this thing is that, like the silverware is over here now. So if I'm cooking, somebody can get their spoon, they can get their cups, and they're not like in my road. But the best part is just walking into the room every morning, right? Before it was this kind of brown cave, and I used a little flip up, what do they call it, a drop leaf table we've been using for like 25 years as an island, right?
Yeah.
Golden
really
linoleum,
Right.
And now I've got lights, I've got this giant colorful, it's a work of art that is sitting in the center of my kitchen. And every day when I walk into the kitchen, I'm like, oh, good morning, beautiful. I'm just so happy.
Were you surprised how much brighter your kitchen could be by just improving the lighting in the kitchen? Because people always have a tendency to think they need windows to bring in more light, and you didn't have that option because it is in the center of the house. So were you surprised how much brighter your kitchen could be with the light cabinets and all of the can lights?
I was surprised how bright it was, with the white cabinets. I mean, I don't have any trouble seeing what I'm doing now.
Yeah. And you did something a little different where we built that excessively wide pantry cabinet. How wide is your pantry cabinet? 48, I believe. And it has the rollouts in. What all do you keep in that pantry cabinet?
Everything.
Is there anything about the cabinetry and how it was laid out or how it's built, the things that we encompassed in the cabinetry that have helped you be more efficient in your kitchen?
It's certainly easier to find things because you have those big drawers that you can pull out, so you can, get into the back of things. The lower cabinets are much easier to deal with now because you know, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and bending way down to get stuff is it's nice to be able to pull that bottom drawer out
Right.
and get it rather than having to,
Yeah.
you know, get down on your hands and knees to reach into the back.
What were some of the favorite accessories that we put in?
Oh, the silverware drawer is pretty awesome. I like that a lot.
You have the double layer one,
I have the
sliding
double
one?
layer one.
Okay.
And I think probably one of my favorites is the corner, the way you did the corner cabinet. It's got the big spinning drawers, but really it's the lights.
Lights
The
inside the
inside of it.
cabinet.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Is there anything that we could have done that would have helped prepare you emotionally for the remodel itself, or physically help you prepare for it?
I don't think so. We had plenty of lead time, so we had time to kind of just in our own heads figure out what it was we were going to do. Although, you know, there was a little bit of a shock when everything is gone and you're like, well, I've got a microwave and a coffee pot. I wonder what's for dinner. You know.
All right. Did we help you set up a temporary kitchen, or is that something
You didn't,
you
but
needed?
we had it. We had an extra room. We figured it out.
Okay. Were there other companies that you talked with prior to making your decision to have us do the work?
There was one other place. We found you at the Home and Garden Show.
Okay.
So there was one other place. It was right after COVID, so there wasn't a lot of people there. But we talked to one place, and I kind of literally walked away from them, like, we're done with you, goodbye. And we'd seen you guys first, and we talked to them, and we came back, and it was your designer there that was like, oh, we'll do this, we'll do the design, we're gonna make it in-house, we're gonna do all the stuff for you, we do from soup to nuts. And we're like, okay, sold, where do we sign?
So I guess that leads into my other question is, what makes us stand out from other companies that because you've had this home since 1989, so I know you did a room addition a few years ago, and like, what do you think made us stand out from some of the other companies?
Our first job, not with you, with another group who we will not name because there was very poor communication. Like, that's where I learned, like, one of the most important things is there to be a constant, like, a stream of, this is what we're doing today, we're coming today, we're not coming today, I don't care one way or the other, just tell me what you're doing. And you guys were fabulous with that. Like, your craftsman I'd get a text from him, I'm gonna be 10 minutes late. I'm like, it's okay, man. I'm not going anywhere, it's all right. You know,
That is great.
But
That's great.
it's just good to know.
Yeah.
I wasn't left hanging. I was never left hanging. I always knew what was going on, who was coming, different people coming in or
Right.
whatever. It was good.
I am so glad, because that was going to be one of my questions, but you already answered the question. Is there anything we could have done better to serve homeowners like yourself?
I don't have any suggestions for you because I don't really have any complaints.
That's really awesome. And when did we do the kitchen? 2021?
I think this is 2020, 21 or 22, maybe.
I think we started in 2021 and then ended up in
Yeah,
2022.
I think it was the spring
Yeah.
2021. We were all starting to get vaccinated and stuff. And then we had a lot of lead time. You were ready to go in December, and my dad was living with us, and he wasn't
Right.
going to leave until March, so we kind of drug it out. That extra 3 months, I think, allowed us all to kind of get our ducks in a row a little better.
Okay, awesome.